From Central Indiana's #1 news source, this is Fox 59 Tonight.
Hey, good evening. Thanks for joining us here on Fox 59 Tonight. I'm Cameron Riddle. Thanks for downloading our new Smart TV app on your Roku, Fire TV, Samsung TV, and on Apple Smart TVs. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss any of the conversations we're having every night at 8 o'clock here on Fox 59 Tonight. On the show today, want to do a segment called Someone You Should Know, introducing you to just interesting people, somebody who I think you should know before you find out, so that you can be able to say, I knew him when, because there are great things ahead for people who we have in this Someone You Should Know segment. And on today's show, we know him here at Fox 59, and you might know him too because you've seen him in a couple commercials. The man can't make toast or something like that. According to our commercial, Chalandon Walker is an Emmy-nominated producer and talk show host, including a show that you see here on the Fox 59 Now app. Big C.
What's going on, bro?
What's going on?
What's going on, man?
I'm glad to finally get the chance to sit down and talk to you.
Man, same here. Same here. I get to talk to Cameron, man.
No, man.
Yeah. I get to talk to Cameron, man. Have a conversation with my guy.
I'm down. There's the superstars here.
Hey, come on, man. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah. So you want to do a lot of things. I mean, we've got to talk about your show.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to. We have to.
We got to talk about all the work that you do outside of here, which also, I understand, led to some recognition from a president.
Absolutely. President of the United States.
So we're going to get into all of that. Let's first talk about you've got a show, and then we'll talk about how you got here. So first, tell us, you got two shows.
Yeah, I got two shows. So one of the shows is my personal podcast. It's called Social Remedy TV on YouTube. Mm-hmm. We went through season 1. I was trying to figure out some things, and you can look at it and see that I'm figuring out some things like that. But season 2 is going to be much better. We're going to be launching here in October. Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. We're going to have some good information, good people.
What's the show about?
So the show is about information, motivation, and healing. So basically, we take stories from anybody, right? Stories of inspiration. So just say for you, for instance, if you wanted to be an entrepreneur and rent buses, or which that you do, right? Or we have a young person that want to get into something like that. Since you are in it and you have the experience, we'll bring you on and we'll have those conversations about how it's done, right? Where did it come from? What was your inspiration? And what would you say to someone that is trying to get into those things? So it's interesting conversations and things like that. So we just try to bring solution to the community, man.
So you've got the podcast,
Social Remedy TV,
Remedy TV,
YouTube,
and then you have another show that airs on Fox 59 now, which I caught just a little glimpse of, and I was like, wait a minute, when did this start?
Yeah, that started in April. That started in April. Talking shout out to Drew, my boss for sure. Drew came to me and he said, "Man, I see what you're doing. I like what you're doing over with Social Remedy. What do you think about bringing that content over here and what you're doing over there?" So we developed a new show. It's called The Process, where we celebrate the unseen work. It doesn't matter if he was a janitor. It doesn't matter if you're a CEO. Everybody can bring value to a conversation. So these type of conversations are nuanced. They're deconstructive, and we celebrate your story. That's what we do.
So when does that show air?
Oh man, every week. I can't give a time because the construct and everything like that. But you can catch us on Fox 59 now every week.
So you're doing that,
yes, sir.
But then you're also out on the street doing events and photography and videography.
Yes.
Tell me more.
Yes, man. My passion for filmmaking and storytelling. I love telling people stories, right? And capturing those moments. Photography was one of those things, but videography, I fell in love with even more. You know what I mean? They say a picture worth is worth 1,000 words, but video, I claim to be better because I can tell more of the story and give you more context of what's being done in an artistic way, right? It's not about me. It's about you. That's what that's how I build up my clients and different things like that. I make it about them. I make it a joyful experience, and I try to deliver every time.
So
absolutely,
you do headshots.
I do headshots. Yes, sir.
I've seen you do some red carpet stuff.
Red carpet hosting, event hosting. If you need somebody to come and get your event hyped,
Mm-hmm.
and things like that to carry the event, to make sure the flow is good, I can do that as well. Done some TV for Pentecostal Assemblies of the World.
Mm-hmm.
Did some broadcasting for them, and that was on the spot. I had to fill in. I got through into it, and they were asking me, "Were you nervous?" I said, "No, man.
Mm-hmm.
Lights come on. You got to go.
Right.
You got to figure it out.
Right.
No stumbling. We got to focus. It's time for Razor Point focus." So I'm here just basically to help in the community.
So how long have you been here at Fox now?
About a year and a couple months.
Okay.
Yeah. I came last April. Absolutely.
Last April.
Yes, sir.
What were you doing before that?
So I was working with the C-suite at Johnson Controls. So my job was as a media specialist, right? I love this job as well. I would fly all over the country, right? If the CEO had a message that he wanted to get to his people, if it was a BRG, a business resource group within the company that wanted to get a message out globally to the people, they'll fly me out. I will tailor that story to their benefit.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would do cinematic, cinematic interviews, things like that, storytelling, absolutely, writing scripts, all of it. Yeah, directing, man, and editing as well.
What made you decide you want to go work for a TV station?
Man, necessity. At the time, the company was downsizing, and what was crazy is I was a part of that downsizing, and I was one of 4 specialists company-wide, one of 4, and I was one of the ones that got cut. So, FOX59 saw my work. Shout out to Drew once again, and they brought me in, man, and I'm here, man. Yes, sir.
So they brought you in here to do exactly what? Because you do a lot of things.
Yeah, we do. So I'm a creative producer, right? We create promos for the news. We create promos for special stories, originals, and things like that. But what I love about it is I get to show my creativity from the artistic side, right? We want to bring in new methods. We want to bring in new ideas. It's not so much to have a certain news look, right? It's a whole different look. We want to do a storytelling. We want to do narrative storytelling from another advantage.
You've been in a commercial.
Yes.
People recognize you.
Yes. I can't go anywhere asking me about microwaves.
Was it spaghetti?
It was vegetable soup.
Okay. You had to be accurate, which you were not.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the play on that commercial was basically I'm asking my wife at the time, saying, "Hey, how many minutes should we put on the microwave?" And I'm being distracted like most of us guys are, barely half listening and doing things. So I put the soup in the microwave. She said 2 minutes. I put 20. And it blows up, and I go, while I'm playing the game, and I'm like, oh man, but the play is accuracy matters,
right?
Where the weather, we're actually promoting the weather where accuracy matters,
right?
Because you do have to come to FOX59. There's other choices, but our accuracy matters. We're the most accurate. We got that claim,
right? That we do. So outside of being an actor,
yes,
talk show host,
yes, sir,
producer,
yes, sir.
A lot of your time and talent is still outside of whoever you're working for.
Yeah.
You're still using it in photography and videography and stuff like that. That led to you getting an award. I've got this here.
Yeah.
You were highlighted in the Indianapolis Reporter.
Yeah.
Says Indianapolis man surprised with National Volunteer Award from Biden.
Second highest award, man.
So
the silver one.
Explain to people why some people would say, well, okay, why does a photographer get a medal as you're wearing here from President Biden?
Okay, so what happened was, like I said, the podcast, Social Remedy, and some of the things that we do in the community, I believe in serving the community, right? very heavily in that. And as far as the ministry, I used to belong to one of the famous churches here, Christ Church Apostolic here in Indianapolis,
Mm-hmm.
Bishop James Edison Tyson founded. Now, his grandson is actually the pastor. Well, I was moved into outreach and leadership and being a community liaison,
Mm-hmm.
right? Being one of the leaders. So what happened was, just to give you a little story in a brief scenario. I ended up calling one of my friends. Shout out to Kim Boyd. Kim Boyd is major in this community. So me coming from that background of working in community, I knew certain people to reach out to when I received the position, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I was in this position, I said, okay, this is what I need. I came up with a couple strategies on how to touch the community, how to serve the community, and things, and finding out, doing the research of my initial surroundings, what was needed, and what we found out around that church, 66 North Grandview Drive.
Mm-hmm.
The area was a food desert, and so we connected with Feed America,
Mm-hmm.
right? And Feed America gave me a grant, and I was like, okay, we're going to use this grant. We're going to use this grant to impact and do what we need to do to impact this area. And one thing that we could do is create a food pantry. The food pantry was already created,
Okay.
right? Pastor Soar Walker and Tanya Bow, they were over it. They were helping. And now when I've come into position, I looked at it and said, let's build it up. Let's make it even more greater than what it's already is, so people can at least have access to it. So Tanya Bow has been running it, and she's been doing a wonderful job with it. And so what we did was we took the money, and the Hometail Group came in. These are a couple of my friends from Airbnbs. They have some Airbnbs and they do interior design.
Mm-hmm.
So this job was going to cost at least $15,000.
Okay.
Right. But they said, listen, man, you're our guy. You're doing this for God. You're doing this to help other people. We're going to do it for $5. So they came in and did it for minimum. I mean, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you walk in there and when you see the place developed, man, it came out to be more like a supermarket. I wanted it to look more like a grocery store that somebody can come in and they feel they don't have to feel like, it's coming from a place that's ran down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not acceptable,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. So we wanted to spruce it up.
And where is
Made them
this?
at Christ Church Apostolic.
In Indianapolis.
Yep, in Indianapolis, 6601 North Grandview Drive. Shout out to them. And so I thank them for giving me the opportunity to lead. So as we were doing this, right, we're feeding thousands. We're feeding 300 people one weekend. We had a food pantry drive. So I thank God for that. But doing that during this time, people were watching.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't doing it for people to watch or anything like that. I'm just doing what I'm called to do, is serve my community. And one of my friends had been watching the podcast and the things that we've been doing in my podcast. Like I said, it builds community and brings community together, and also what we're doing in the community, right? And how we impact it. And so he tells me, we've been watching. I'm like, wow. No problem, bro. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
So while we're in New Orleans, as a photographer that day, I'm working as a photographer that day at this convention, and I'm setting up my lights. I keep getting a phone call. He said, "Hey, I need to see you." And his name is Pastor Green. He's like, "Hey, I need to see you." I'm like, "Well, you need to see me. It's good to see you, because we don't see each other but so often, maybe once a year."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Man, you got your podcast going live this year?" I said, "Nah, not right now, because I'm just shooting some, photos, headshots for some people and some ministers and things like that." And I'm like, "Okay, no problem." But what happened was, this is crazy. He said, "I'm coming to see you. I have something to give you. I haven't seen you 6 months. I'm coming to see you. I got something to give you."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "All right, whatever it is, it's cool. I'm just going to be happy to see my friend." So he runs in. As soon as he runs in, he pulls out the documents and began to read everything that's coming from the White House and the Declaration. And then he presents the medal. And I'm floored, because I didn't know what he was going to give me. I didn't know what this was about. It was about all the hard work and all the things that they've been seeing in the community, and how we've been serving our community, me and my wife.
So congratulations.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a big deal to get something from the White House, from the president.
Absolutely.
How long ago was it that you started first the pantry?
I would say when I started that work, it was about 2 years ago when I had started that work. They developed it. We did some things with outreach, and you would see multiple things that we would be doing in the community, right? So it's about a 2-year span.
So as you said, you wanted the pantry to not feel like just some rundown, like here, come get some food
like
kind of thing.
Just regular dull white walls and things like that. No, I wanted you to feel like you can come to this place, and if you need help, you can get help and still have dignity.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because a lot of people don't want to ask for help.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is that was a place, right, that I was very proud of and very proud of delivering. And like I said, I really give a lot of shout outs to Hometel Group, because their work was amazing. Their work is amazing, man. Absolutely. Hometel Group. If you need an Airbnb, that's who you need to look up, Hometel Group.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So how did the pantry is a big part of it.
Mhm.
How did your podcast and storytelling also contribute to this award?
Oh, so like I said, my whole thing is when we talk about the podcast, it's about community. So one of the things that we're doing with the next move we're going to do with the podcast is I want to attack unemployment. Oh, absolutely. I want to attack unemployment.
How so?
From the stages of you're getting out of college, or someone that is not able to communicate their resume properly.
Okay.
They may have the skills. They may want to go into another career, right? I want to do a job fair, which we are planning now here in a little bit, that we're looking at next summer, to attack the unemployment rate and those who are being. Now, let me say this about AI and HR. What's happening is the message is this: you have the skill, right? You have the skill on the resume. They have the job opening. You need the job. AI is getting in between that and saying, hey, we don't have the correct words, or we don't have the words that we like on that resume. But that resume is basically not really truly communicating who you are and what you can do. So it's automatically throwing the resume out, people that are qualified for these jobs. So what I'm doing is attacking those things and bringing those employers in and bringing the ones that are unemployed in, so we can have these conversations. We can have the resume review. We can have the mock interviews. So it's more like a hand-holding process and marrying the two.
Are the employers, because the employers are saying, oh, nobody wants to work and nobody's applying.
Right.
And then the people are saying, nobody's hiring. I don't get a call back. Right. It sounds like on this one, though, it's really the employers and how they've set up their system to accept applications.
Absolutely. So that's why I'm coming in as an advocate. That's what Social Remedy does. We have these conversations. We talk about these things, and we try to bring solution so that the community can be a better community.
Are there certain things that you've already learned that it kicks out, doesn't want to see?
Well, one of the things me and I'm trying to think of my brother's name. John Gurton.
John Gurton Jr., Pastor G.
John Gurton Jr. He's the one that made me privy of it.
Okay.
So it's not so much I can say, hey, this is the words that they're kicking out. This is, and that's a little bit more research that's going to have to happen throughout the year.
But that's a problem. And if you're the one submitting the application,
yes,
there's no remedy unless they change what.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then on top of that, we always run to help people that look like that look like they need help, right? Obviously, that's what we should do, right? But what about the people that need help, but they're not saying it, or don't look like they need help?
And sometimes that may be the employer.
Absolutely. So we have to have these conversations. Somebody has to have this platform. Somebody has to talk about these things. So that's why I'm here.
So that type of community giving, on top of the food pantry, is why somebody nominated you for it's the Silver Award, right?
Yes.
So again, congratulations on that.
Oh man, it's crazy.
It's where is that? Is that do you wear that medal that you got with that?
No, we put it up.
Okay,
we put it up, sir.
You're doing something that I'm also doing, and that is, I guess, podcasts are all the rage now.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a podcast, so here we are.
Yeah.
What do you think of that space, since you've done different types of media?
So what I love about podcasting, it lets you be free.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to ask to be creative. This is my show.
Mm-hmm.
I produce it.
Mm-hmm.
If I have questions, if I have a team, we all come together, we collaborate, and it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually who we are. So many people run through life trying to figure out who they are
mm-hmm.
and trying to be something else. Podcasting allow you to be who God called you to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's your space, not my space, your space.
It appears to only continue to take off with more and more people.
Oh, absolutely. And this is the thing. This is a misconception of podcasting. People think it's overcrowded. No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to keep growing. It's going to keep growing. And when you look at the projections, you can look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Podcasting is going to be astronomically crazy
mm-hmm.
in 2030.
It is. I think the thing people are trying to figure out. So, and you could do this with music. You can do this with all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
What made you? Because everybody wants to be a superstar. You want to have the best, most watched podcast, so you can make the most money, because that's where everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
But the measurement of what makes you a star is going to be way different than what it used to be.
Okay.
Including like with music, the way music sells is not the way music used to sell.
No way.
And I
love music, bro.
Me too. And I think the same thing is going to happen with podcasting, especially if you're in it early. It's still unclear what the future is going to be with it.
Mm-hmm.
But there are just going to be so many. I think, yes, it's going to continue to grow. But then and what I found about podcasting is you don't have to. Every show is not meant to go viral, but there is a certain segment of people who are looking for that one topic that you are doing for that day.
Absolutely.
Like if I did a show about school bus violations, people running past school bus stop arms. Like there is a certain segment of people who are interested.
They want to see that.
They want to see that.
They want to know.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I see like these things that otherwise wouldn't get attention in like a regular newscast or a show can survive here.
So check this out. This is what I found in podcasting. Fall in love with the few.
Yes.
Fall in love with the few. Don't minimize, hey, I got 200 subscribers or I got 500 subscribers. Do you realize if you have 500 subscribers, these are 500 loyal people that watch you every week or watch you all the time? How many employers or how many sponsors say, hey, I can guarantee you, how many would pay you to say, can you get me in front of 500 people?
Right.
Every week?
Because if 500 people showed up at your door,
come on.
That's a lot of people.
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's why these topics, when you have these topics and when you have these things, you have to listen and you have to talk to the people. Make sure you're having these conversations back and forth with your people. Because if you can do that, that's the key. Don't worry about everything else. It's about you and your people.
Well, and see, because like in TV and in TV news, we try to be so broad so we can get as many people as possible. Yeah. And politics aside, everything's getting so divided that people are like, I just want to go into this little section with people that I want to listen to and that agree with me.
That's the dope thing about podcasting.
Yes.
I choose Cameron. I can go listen to Cameron. I know what Cameron's going to give me.
Yes.
I don't need XYZ.
Yes.
You can have whatever you want. And that's that is the best thing about podcasting. I can choose what I want to listen to.
And podcasting really is nothing new. It's just radio.
Yeah.
Which I do a radio show every week.
Absolutely.
And I am always amazed at the loyal listenership, because it's the same thing. Like I won't try to, I don't, podcasting is not a new invention. It's just were streaming through the internet versus over the airwaves.
Yeah.
And but I'm always surprised by how many people tune in every week who are loyal listeners, and the people who listen every week but don't call. But like, no, they're like, they stop you in the grocery store. And say, I listen to your radio show.
Absolutely.
And they're like, radio was supposed to be dead.
How does that make you feel as a producer, right?
It, for me, especially because the topic matter that I'm usually doing, it puts a responsibility on my shoulders, because everybody can have a podcast, right?
Right.
Everybody has a phone. Anybody can get this microphone. But I think it's not about if people are listening to me on Fox 59 or if they are listening to me on WTLC. What they say is, I trust you. Like, I'm listening to you.
They buy you.
Yes. Because, and somebody asked me just recently, somebody called in on the show. They asked me a question. They wanted my opinion on something. It was actually about the mergers, the TV mergers. Our company has a plan to buy the company that owns Channel 13.
Correct.
And so I was explaining that on the radio because someone was asking, like, what's going on? And I gave them the true answer, and then they were like, why is this happening? And I explained it to them. They said, you know what? That makes a whole lot of sense. And I didn't know what kind of answer you were going to give, but you gave the honest answer. And that's why I always listening to you. Because I told him, I said, at the end of the day, what is this all about? Money.
That's it.
Like, we are here to make money. This is a commercial radio station, commercial TV station. We're here to make money. You buy another TV station to make money. That's what it's about. And when I explained it, they're like, oh. And they're like, but that's why I listen to you, because other people might have gone around the bush and tried to tell you, oh, this is for the greater good of the community. Sure, maybe it is. Maybe that's a part of it.
But the truth is,
so we can make money. We all need a paycheck.
Absolutely.
So when you ask, what does it feel like when people say that they listen to me specifically?
Yes, sir.
It's kind of like a badge of honor, because everybody's got podcasts,
right?
And anybody can say any kind of nonsense. And even if you're saying nonsense, if people want your nonsense, that's a badge of honor that somebody's like,
they can choose who they want to listen to.
Yes,
that's what's dope about podcasting. Absolutely. I love it. I remember, I know you may have asked, like, how did I get into podcasting? Mom got sick, right? About 2 years ago, mom got sick, and I didn't know how to process that. Right? She goes from walking and talking, driving, preaching, serving the community, doing these things, and then she gets sick all of a sudden. I didn't know how to process it. I internalized a lot of things. I didn't know a way to get it out. So one day I hopped on Facebook and just went on live and was like, I wasn't feeling good. It wasn't good. You know what I mean? A lot of people were like, how are you doing or whatever, but I just began to talk. And as I began to talk, it shifted from me talking about what I'm dealing with to helping other people and what they're dealing with, right? And one guy came on there, hit me in my inbox and said, bro, can you do this again? Can you do it? Can you have this conversation again? I said, wow, are you sure? He was like, yeah, I think we need this. So it began to happen over and over. And I began to study podcasts, and I began to structure some things and understand how to do it and what to do. It's not just I'm jumping into it and let me do it, right? But it was the study of it. And that's where it all came from, bro.
Social Remedy, right?
Social Remedy TV, yes, sir.
How often are you producing that?
So we're going to do one show a week, right? One show a week. And it's going to be, right now, this is season 2. We should be looking at 10 episodes.
10 episodes. Okay.
Yes. We're going to be looking at 10 episodes, brother.
10 episodes. And I know you got some stuff on the red carpet and whatnot.
Yes.
Look, there's a little clip right there.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis Monthly, Indianapolis Dream Home. Oh, absolutely. They had me hosting the red carpet for them and whatnot. And the Dream Home was amazing. That experience was amazing. And then we have also, I don't know if you got any of those things, Indie Bosses.
Yes.
I did their red carpet as well. man, the Indie Bosses red carpet was so much fun, and I couldn't have done it without my help, my team. Marcus Collins, legendary photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was helping me out that night. Also, Charles Brown, Chip Brown, my college roommate. They came down. Like the flow could not have happened. The organization, man, I was able to talk to Yandy Smith from Love and Hip Hop.
Mm-hmm.
From Love and Hip Hop. So
Oh, they had a good
she
little
was
crowd come in.
Oh
Man.
yeah, absolutely, and also Kim Ozario. That's with Coach Trina right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's with Coach Trina down at the expo. We were talking about everything that they're doing. They were actually getting prepared for the release. And if you go to their red carpet, if you see their red carpet there, that was the release. It was a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it was awesome. It was awesome to see everybody working together here in Indianapolis. And I was hosting with a co-host that day, stand-in, Lena Pringle.
The lovely
Yeah,
Lena
man,
Pringle.
she's cold, brother.
Yes.
And I'm talking about when she was on the microphone, we both was, going back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
making sure we can provide them with whatever Trina and them needed.
I
So it
love
was
working
awesome.
with Lena. We hosted an event together
Yeah.
a year or two ago. I love Lena.
Yeah, absolutely, brother.
All right,
Absolutely.
man. Hey, look, we got the links. Everybody, check out Social Remedy TV. Check out the process here on
Podcast,
Fox
yes,
59
yes.
now. And if you need a photographer
Or a videographer.
or a host,
come talk to me. MC, come talk to me.
All right.
Yes,
Big
sir.
C.
Come on, man.
It's my pleasure.
Hey, my pleasure, bro.
Maybe one day I'll be cool enough not come on your show.
Hey, no, you coming.
Okay.
You coming on the show, bro.
All right. That's going to do it for this edition of Fox 59 Tonight. I'm Cameron Riddle. Of course, again, check out Chalandon Walker. And then I'll talk to you on Sunday morning on Open Lines on 106.7 WTLC and Hot 100.9 from my show, Open Lines, where you get to be part of the conversation, too. For now, have a good night.
Peace.